Hello, hello, hello. All right, it is 3 o'clock. Checking out the live stream to make sure it's receiving the content. That's what's it's actually stating right now. And then we're gonna try to officially start at 3:01. I'm gonna try to end this at 4 o'clock, 1 hour stream. Right, it's not that bad, right? So let's give it some time. I want to switch it over to the loading, and I'll be right back. All right, it is 3:01, so let's get this party started. So, hey guys, welcome back. It is your boy Bernardo from the BTNHD. We're doing the TSR, the server room, and it's one of those special edition ones. It's not something that I planned out or I normally plan out for you guys, so it's not like an official episode. It's just me finalizing my review on Lenovo's ThinkSystem SR570. We're going to do like a quick overview slash review on the machine, and then we are going to install ESXi or vSphere onto the machine and then create a vCenter kind of environment on it, and then we're going to call it quits, which is awesome. Short and simple. So I am going to, for those that are joining, thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the support. So I'm going to switch it off to the primary, which is, I like using PowerPoints, and I like using my Evernotes to take notes to keep it nice, short and simple, and straight to the point with you guys. Okay, so a couple of reference links. I will share this out to you guys. One link is going to take you to the product guide, breakdown of what's what, the key features, all the the hard drive specification, the memory. I did the PowerPoint. I took some highlights, broke it down to a couple of slides rather than you guys reading this very long PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint stuff we will go over. We're going to go over the pricing, and also when you're building a vSphere server, the first thing that you need to do is get inside the VMware compatibility guide site, search for your server, search for the vendor, the model, whatever, and make sure it is compatible with ESXi. Now this one is compatible with 6.7, and I'm probably pointing this like this, and you guys, what are you probably saying, what are you pointing to? So I'm gonna switch it over. Here goes the machine. Beautiful SR570. I think the last live stream that we did was the SR550. I had to send that one back. The game plan was to have the 550 and the 570 together and work as a huge lab, but I had to send it back, which is okay, no problem. Right, I'm going to give you guys a nice video tour pretty soon of how it is set up for the live stream, and also another tour of how like the back scenes. I don't have a camera guy that I could tell the camera guy, oh, go behind the computer and show everyone a shot of the ports. I don't have that, so I had to like get some B-roll, and that's what I'm going to show you guys. But the 570 is compatible with EXI. It doesn't matter which processor you get. The Intel Xeon Gold 61 or the 5100 series. I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you guys can get a better look. And then if you're doing the Platinum 8100, it's also supported. I think the one that I have is the Xeon Gold 6100 series one, but it is compatible with 6.7 update 1. I'm only deploying 6.7 for this video. So oh, actually, yeah, this right here, sorry about that. Yeah, so the SR570 is compatible with the Gold or the Platinum. I think the one that I have right now is the Intel 6100, and we're only going to deploy the 6.7. Okay, so I'm gonna close this side up. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the current setup really quick, and actually, let's go through. I'm going to do the PowerPoint first. Let's get the PowerPoint out of the way because this is It's basically 16 slides. I love PowerPoint. Keep it short, simple. So, key features. It supports up to 2 processors, 52 cores, and 104 threads. It does have Intel Turbo Boost 2.0 technology, which allows the CPU core to run at its max speed. This is great. It does have Intel hyper-threading technology. This is really good, especially if you're doing Hyper-V, or if you're doing VMware, or you're doing Citrix. And there's a couple of other hypervisor technologies out there. And then it also has Intel VT integrated with hardware level virtualization. So technically, this 1U2 socket machine, it's great for virtualization, especially for the price. It is cheap. I think the retail starting price for this machine is $1,700. It's the same price that you guys would pay for a PC gaming machine. If you're looking for a server for your lab and you don't want to break the bank, I would definitely go with this one. It's capable of handling everything that you need to do. Now, it will get expensive when you're adding another CPU or adding more memory, or slapping more additional hard drives and all that stuff. So it will get a little pricey. So the components and connectors. The front view, there's I think 2 types. This is one model that gives you 4 bays, and the other model gives you actually 8 bays. Now, the one that I have right here is the one with 8 bays. Technically, I only have 6 bays right here. I have 6 bays, but this one right here, it's covered with a huge slot, but it's okay. But it looks like the model that I'm showing you guys here is way different than this one. So it looks like they have 3 SR570 models. Okay, and the front, you're going to definitely get a 2.1 or 2.0 or 3.0 USB port. You got your power, you got your status LED indicators. The one that I'm showing you guys right now, it's blinking because I have the Ethernet port connected to it, so that's the reason why it's blinking. Okay. And yeah, I think this is the one that I have. It looks like this is the one that I have. So I think this is the 3rd model. Yeah, this is the one that I have. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so this one right here has the 2.0 with access to the XCC access for Lenovo. Then you have your 3.0. You have your power button. You got your status indicators right here. You got your VGA. You have one VGA, which I just said, and then you have your 6 by 2.5 inch SAS or SATA hard drives, or you can actually have 4 by 2.5 inch any bay hot swap drive base, which is cool. On the back side, which I can't tell my cameraman, hey, sure, do a snapshot on the back. I don't have that privilege. I don't have that access yet. You are able to set it up really good. You do have 3 PCIe slots. You have 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, 1 VGA. This slot right here allows you to hook it up with a LOM card. This is optional, really up to you. I think if you do set it up with a LOM card, it's going to cost more money. And then you have 2 additional 3.0 USB ports, and then you have 2 power supplies. Super happy that Lenovo hooked me up with 2 power supplies. It's always best practice when you're purchasing a server to have 2 power supplies. I know Dell does this. You have to pay for the second power supply. They don't just give it to you. So they do give you one, but if you need an additional power supply, you might have to pay for it. I don't know if Lenovo does that. I'm not too sure. And this is inside the beautiful SR570. You got the fans right here, the 2 CPU sockets. You got the DIMM slots right next to it. You got the PCIe riser, LOM card, which is right here. You got your onboard SATA connectors, which are here. I think during the tour, I gave you guys I think I opened up the server and gave you guys a nice view close up. And then this guy is able to hook up an M.2 solid state drive, which is cool. And then you have 2 onboard PCIe NVMe connectors, which are here. So this machine is really good for a retail starting price of $1,700. It is awesome. Now, system specifications, again, it is a 1U rack mount, up to 2 Intel Xeon Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum processors. Now, depending on what Xeon processor you get, you are going to pay a little bit more money. Now, I'm assuming that the retail price of $1,700, you're only going to get the Intel Xeon Bronze. We are going to go over the pricing and see what you actually get for that price, so don't worry about it. Now, you can get it up to 26 cores with a clock speed of 2.0 gigahertz and up to 3.6 gigahertz core speed for 4 cores. 2 UPI links up to 10.4 GTS. I forgot what GTS is. Giga transfer, I think, per second each. Up to 35.75 megabytes cache. And then for the memory clock speed on this is only 2666 megahertz. All right. And then the chipset is an Intel C22, C622. Yeah, my mouth is getting dry. Let me drink a little bit of water. Do apologize for that, guys. Memory specifications. This guy has 16 DIMM slots, 8 DIMMs per processor, 6 memory channels per processor for 1 DIMM per channel for 4 channels, and 2 DIMMs per channel for 2 channels. Now, the memory type cannot be intermixed, so that means you could either get it RDIMMs or LRDIMMs. I believe the LRDIMMs are the most expensive memory, so if you're trying to save money, definitely stick with the RDIMMs. Okay, you can't intermix. So if you get lucky and you have the money to purchase an LRDIMM and you want to mix it up with the RDIMMs, you can't. Okay, memory speed is only up to 2666 megahertz, and then if you're dealing with RDIMMs, you could only go up to 512 gigs. Okay, and then for the LRDIMMs, you could only go up to 1 terabyte, which is awesome. A terabyte of memory is great. Okay, so for external storage capacity, now all this stuff is in that PDF, that link that I'm going to give you guys anyway. This is just like quick, easy, like blurb. Okay, for internal storage capacity is 2.5 inch models up to 76.8 terabytes. Holy moly, it's a lot. Now for the 3.5 inch, you could only go up to 48 terabytes. I would definitely try to get 76.8 terabytes. That's a lot. That's awesome. That's sweet. Cool. Storage controller. You got 6 gigabits per 7 SATA, onboard SATA, non-RAID. And then you are able to do a RAID 01.10.5 with the onboard SATA RAID, which is the Intel RSTE. Right? You are able to get a RAID controller card, which is the 530 8i or the RAID 738i. Or you could also, if you have a little bit more money, you could upgrade it to the 938 8i. And this one will actually give you a capacity of 12 gigabits per second for the SAS and 6 gigabits per second for the SATA. That's cool. For non-RAID, you are able to get the 430 8i or the 16i HBA. The NVMe PCIe is non-RAID, but the onboard NVMe requires the second processor. So to even use the onboard NVMe slot or the solid state drive slot, you need a second processor. So that's going to cost you more money. It doesn't come with 2 processors. It only comes with 1 standard processor, and it depends how you set it up, either bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. Okay. And if you want a NVMe, if you do want a NVMe switch adapter, again, configuration with 1 processor only. Network interfaces, you got 2 integrated 1 gigabit Ethernet RJ45 ports. There's no such thing as a 10 by 100 megabytes support. That's great. You always want a gigabit or higher. The onboard LOM slots it's up to 4 110 gigabyte Ethernet ports. So this is the setup that you could do. Depending on what you want, it's going to cost more money. Damn. Always costs more money when you want the good stuff. And then you have 1 RJ45 for your Ethernet system management. I'm not using that. I'm using the two integrated Ethernet ports. The first slot is connected to my Cisco switch, which I'm going to show you guys pretty soon. And the second one, which is this guy right here, this green cable. This green cable within my VMware workstation, within my VMware environment, it's going to be switch 1. This is where I'm going to connect all my virtual machines into, because within the VMware environment or in the world, it's best practice if you have 2 Ethernet jacks within your server. One of the ports should be your management port, and your second port should be the traffic for your virtual machines. You don't want to have your virtual machines on the same network as your management. It's a big no-no. And then you have input, output, expansion slots, up to 3 slots, depending on the riser card installed. If you do install a riser card, that's going to take a lot of space. So that 3 slots probably going to be, I think, 2 slots. And the slots are as follows. Slot 1, PCIe 3.0 by 8. This is a low profile. Slot 2 is a 3.0 by 16 or an ML2 by 8. This is a low profile or full height or half length. Okay, and then the last slot, you could definitely get a 3.08 or 16 speed low profile. If you want to use a PCIe by 16 speed slot, which is the third slot, that's definitely going to require the second processor. So just keep that in mind. So if you install something inside slot 3 and it's not working and you don't have that second processor, this is the reason why. Power supply, again, you can get up to 2 redundant hot swap 550 watts or 750 watt. I think the ones that I have is 750 watt power supplies. So that's great. Like I said, always best practice when you're purchasing a server to have 2 power supplies. Great redundancy. For operating system, these are operating systems that are supported. You could get the machine without the operating system, which is great, and you can just install it. I think this machine did not have an operating system when I did the unboxing first impressions with you guys, because I think during that video I kind of booted it up. There was no operating system, which is great. But we are going to definitely install VMware vSphere, and I got my flash drive. Got my flash drive right here. So this is the flash drive that I'm going to install the vSphere stuff into. And then if you're wondering about the dimensions and the heights, these are the dimensions. It's a lightweight. It's not that heavy. I think it gets a little heavy if you install more hard drives and you install the memory. If you install the PCIe, adapters or whatever you want to install, a riser. I think I have a riser. I might have the integrated riser. I'm not too sure. But the more you install into it, I think it gets a little heavy. It does say the max is around 35.3, and the minimum configuration is 22.5. I think that's what I have right now. It's a lightweight, and that's it. So the PowerPoint is basically this in a nutshell. Rather than driving yourself crazy and reading 66 pages, I just broke it down super short. I mean, I will provide the link so you guys can get more information, but it's there. Okay, so the pricing, like I said, the starting price is extremely cheap to me. $1,700 is not that bad. It's going to be a little bit more for taxes and shipping and handling. If you go to, I believe, like Newegg, you could probably get this a little cheaper. I wonder if I go into, check it out. Let's see, Newegg, and see if you can get this cheaper. All right, depending on what type you want, this one's going to give you a Intel Xeon Bronze, right? 3106 series with the octa-core. Starting price is $1,624. All right. This one, wow, these are pretty pricey. They're pretty pricey. Wow. Cool. Yeesh. Yeah, so the LOM gigabit one, $72. That's not that bad. $72 is not that bad. I wonder how much Lenovo is selling it. So the Lano motherboard. It's weird. They should just automatically give us this great feature But again, if this was already added into the server automatically that they give it to you, the price will go up. But if you want it, you have to add it. SR570, starting price 1713. Yeah, so it's the same price. Okay. I wonder what are the current models. So current model right now that they have, and you are able to customize it. It's gonna cost more money. Starting price of 1718. This is what you're gonna get for that price, guys. This is what you're gonna get. So it looks like for that price, you're going to get 2 processors. That is super fly. I just do not like the clock speed. The clock speed for the Xeon Bronze with the 3100 series, it's going to be 1.7 gigahertz. Eesh, don't like that at all. It's pretty good. Number of processors, actually. Number of processors, 1/2. Are they gonna only give you only 1 processor? So, but why are they listing 2 of them? 1. For memory, it looks like they're gonna give you only 8 gigs. Hard drive only 30.72 terabytes. That's only the max. Again, it is a one U rack system. Wonder what happens if I do customize. I would definitely like to see how. I mean, the retail price is not that bad, but if you want something better, it's gonna cost more money. All right, so this is the base. This is the 8 bay one. If you want the 10 bay one, it's gonna cost you $425, which is the 2.5. 2.5, I'll definitely stay with that. About the processor, let's take a look at the processor. Ooh, now if you want, I'm gonna zoom out of this, man, because this is Jesus Christ. What? If you want the gold series, that's with the clock speed of 2.1 gigahertz, and that's the 6152 series. That's gonna be $3,000. Holy moly! The cheapest processor right now, if you want to get away from the bronze, cheapest one would be the silver. The Intel Xeon Silver 4109T with a clock speed of 2.0. Price on that is $474.50. That's not that bad. And then you got memory. So if I was gonna purchase this, I will go with this one. And I would definitely want 2. Holy moly, wow. I know you got error. Yeah, the memory. I know. So gotta go to memory. And with the memory, memory, there we go. So they give you 1 8 gig. I definitely don't want that. Let's do RDIMM, because look at the price for the LRDIMM. It's $1,400, guys. $1,400 for only 1 stick of 64 gigs. Oh, Jesus. That's the price of like rent on my car note. That shit is nuts. It's crazy. But if you have the budget if you have the IT budget and you need it, go for it. But I would say 8 gigs is not enough for me, man. I definitely 0 on that. And let's say I got 2 processors, so 16 each. 16, see what the price is. $2,700, almost $2,800. Damn, it just gets more expensive. Yeesh. I won't even want to go inside storage. I mean, like I said, starting price is great, but if you want to, soup it up, it's going to cost you more money. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a current setup of how I have this setup right now for you guys, because I got it set up nice and lovely. So I'm going to show you guys a quick video. All right, so that's the server. I got my VGA splitter, which is set up to the monitor on the back side of the server, which hopefully I don't trip. I got both power supplies. This is a 750 watt one. I got my keyboard, my mouse. This VGA is connected to the splitter, so I'm able to hopefully show you guys rather than showing you the Canon. And that blue cable is connected to the Cisco switch. Now that green one, I did this before. I did the setup kind of video for you guys. And that green one is going to get connected to that Cisco switch. Again, that green one is going to be the one that I'm going to house my virtual machines. And then last but not least, I'm going to give you guys a nice little tour. And this is just a sort. So this tour. So this is the front panel of it, of the SR570. It's a nice machine. It's a lightweight 1U. Like I keep on saying, like for the price, is pretty excellent. I haven't had any issues as of yet. I did like little baby testing on it when I installed Windows Server on it. I installed Windows Server 2019, and I was testing some Hyper-V stuff on the machine. It worked well. It's a great machine. It's not that bad. This is me opening it up on the top panel. Look at those. So this one that Lenovo sent me to review for you guys did have both processors. This has 32 gigs, 64 gigs in total. One stick was for the second processor, and the other stick was for this processor. Right? Yeah, I think they gave me 64. Not too sure. Yeah, they gave me 64. Yeah. So this 32 is for this processor, and that other 32 that's right here on top is for this processor. And they did give me a riser, PCIe riser card. I don't remember which model they gave me though. Yeah. And this is just a nice little view on the top of the panel. Top of the panel, which is right here. That guy right there. And gives you a breakdown. The fans are super easy to remove, which are great. And you got the M.2 kind of, this is like an adapter, and then you have your LAN over motherboard, on motherboard. This is the backside again. Cool. Just giving you guys a quick tour. It's not like I have a cameraman to like, do this stuff live for you guys, so I have to take some B-roll. I'm really sad that Lenovo only sent me one hard drive and it's on Bay 0. This hard drive is, I think, 480 gigs solid state drive, which is it's pretty good. It will get me by. I'm not complaining. All right, so this is a side note for me. When you are configuring a vCenter server appliance, it's best practice to go inside your DNS, which this is my DNS right here. I'll zoom in for you guys. Okay, so within your DNS, you want to create a static IP address. This is going to be the name of our virtual appliance. I'm going to give it the IP address of 192.168.1.120, and also I created a reverse lookup zone as well. You need to create this stuff before you create your virtual server, your VMware server appliance. Okay. The IP address for the vSphere server is going to be dynamic, so I'm going to let my DHCP assign one to it, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to do is take this flash drive. Sorry, thirsty. Take this flash drive. I'm going to insert it inside my host machine. Do a Windows Z. I'm going to show you guys that once I insert this flash drive, it's going to show up. Awesome. So this is the flash drive. Wow, I have nothing in it. Whoa, pretty small too. I'm going to try to wipe it clean, reformat it. And the utility that I like to use the most would be Rufus. I like to use Rufus a lot. And I'm going to click yes on that. Awesome. So it read the E drive, which the E drive is technically this guy. It's 16 gigs. It's enough. I already pre-downloaded the ISOs. This is the ISO that I'm going to point here. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to go to my desktop right here. ISO, point it. Oh, actually, point it. This is what we need. This is where our VMware vCenter service appliance stuff is at. So we are going to click on open. Awesome. And NVR, select. Yep. You can leave it as is. Boom, boom, boom. And click on start. And ISO image seems to use an obsolete version of blah. Boot menu may not appear properly because of this. A newer version can be downloaded. Okay, so we're gonna hit yes on this. Okay. Start doing this thing. And then while that's creating our bootable drive, I'm going to right click on this file and I'm going to extract it because we are going to need that pretty soon. And we are going to click OK. So we're doing two things at the same time. We are extracting this because within here, we need to get our OVA file. This is our template that we need to import inside our vSphere, and then we are able to configure it. So close that up and close this up. Cool. So we got two things happening right now. I'm going to switch to me. Hello. And we are, check the channel, make sure the channel is lively. We got a couple of people. Hey, Ben, how you doing? How's the Synology router? Synology router is doing great. And to show you, I'm going to show you real quick. Here's my Synology router. I got a bunch of stuff hooked up to it. I am super excited. I think I did an unbox. I'll keep on saying I think, but I know I did. I did a unboxing / first impressions on the Synology router and gateway, as well as a 8-port PoE switch, and I love the brand. But that was my first time actually using it and opening it up and configuring it. It's awesome, and I did some research, and using a cloud key makes it even better. Like, I don't need to have a machine tied to the unified environment as my controller or create a small little virtual machine as a controller. I didn't want to do that, so I went out, purchased a cloud key, configured it, and I'm able to access my thing anywhere, anytime. It is great. I recommend it. I recommend UniFi for anyone that's trying to set up a network infrastructure and you don't want to get into like the Cisco environment or the Sonic Wall environment because it's just too much for you. The UniFi is great, super easy. It just, I don't know, it's just the environment. It breaks everything down super easy for you to understand. But loving it so far. Okay, so it looks like this guy is done. Let's see if I get inside File Explorer. Open this up. All right, done. So I'm going to do it the correct way, and I'm going to eject it. All right, it's gone because I ejected. Here goes it, and we're gonna switch to the Canon, and I'm gonna plug this guy in the front. Give me one sec. All right, so I plug the flash drive in, move the keyboard. Let's go back to the primary. It's still, it's extracting stuff, so we're gonna give that some time. But we're gonna switch over to the Canon. We're gonna power this guy up, and let's power it up. See how it hears. You're gonna hear like a loud noise. It's gonna sound like an engine, like a jet engine. So let's check that out. There we go. I gotta get close. All right. Let me see. All right. Let's see if you guys are able to see it. Yes, it worked. My splitter worked. Now you guys are able to see the loading time. I've always wanted to do this. I like doing this shot for you guys because you're able to see the entire shot. But for you, you're looking like, Bernardo, I want to see what's the loading and stuff. So I did some research and I found out a tool or a capture card utility, and I'm super happy that it's working out. Super excited. All right. We are going to press I gotta look at it. Let me see. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so the one that I have is the Intel Xeon Gold 5118 CPU with a clock speed of 2.30. Damn, Lenovo hooked me up 64 gigs. That means those two DIMM slots were 32. 32 for the first processor, 32 for the second processor. All right, I press F2. Yes. So with F2, it gives me a nice little boot device manager, and the one that I want. Now, typically, if you had multiple hard drives, right? If you have multiple hard drives, typically you want to go inside the system setup, right? System setup, and if you had a RAID controller, you create a RAID. If it'd have been cool if Lenovo to hook me up with all the slots with solid state drives, and I'd have definitely did a RAID configuration with you guys, and I'd have did maybe a RAID 10 or a RAID 5. Once you do your RAID configuration on the server, then you get inside the boot menu and see if you're able to boot on the flash drive to install the operating system. Now, the operating system, I'm going to install it on the flash drive. I don't want to install it on this hard drive right here. Okay. That hard drive, I want to use it as raw storage. Again, it's only one hard drive. So let's see if we could get into the Kingston. So I'm going to give you guys a better view. And we need to try to get into that Kingston Data Traveler because that's the flash drive that we're using. Cool. All right, here's the moment. Ready? I'm gonna hit that enter key. Hit the enter key. Hopefully it boots up. Yes. It's so awesome. Awesome sauce. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Loving it. All right, so loving it. Right now it's booting up. I'm going to give you guys a nice little view of it because I don't want you guys to think like, oh, Bernardo, you just showing some screenshots, something else. No, everything is live. Everything right now, it is going live. I'm showing you guys a camera view. Right? It's loading up, and oh, this is exciting. Super happy. Super excited. Hopefully everything goes well. We are going to install 6.7 onto that flash drive, and then I'm going to let my DHCP server assign an IP address to this server, and then we're going to log into it. And then once we log into it, we are going to import that OVA file. So the OVA file, I think it's already done. So I'm going to show you guys. OVA file is already done. So this is the ISO. We extracted it. It's done. This guy right here is what we want. Now there's different ways to do this. There is a UI version, a Windows installation. My good friend Alex from iVirtual, he kind of yelled at me, like, dude, why are you using the Windows version? Use the OVA version. It's much faster. It's cleaner. It's easier. And I was like, I don't know. So I started using the OVA one, and I fell in love with it. It was super easy to manage. It was just easy because you don't have the Windows operating system on top of the vCenter. It's just so much happening. And then when you reboot your Windows server, once you reboot it and you're back inside the desktop, you have to wait forever for all those VMware vCenter services to load up correctly. And if you're really impatient like myself, I'm double clicking to get into it and it's not loading because it hasn't finished, right? So right now it's saying that welcome to blah, 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 blah. Select the operation perform. Guys can't see it because it's white, but it's giving me the option of escape or enter. We're gonna hit enter. Awesome, and we're gonna press F11 to accept the license and terms. Give me 1 sec. Right now it is scanning stuff. Scanning for available devices. This may take some time. Awesome. And as you can see, it found 2 things. So it found 2 things. It found the hard drive, and it also found the Kingston. I want to use the Kingston flash drive, so that's what I'm going to pick. I'm going to hit enter in that guy. Right now it's scanning the devices. I'm going back and forth with this stuff because I want to show you guys that, everything is like synced up. Everything is real. Let's go back to this. And right now it wants me to hit enter, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit enter. And please select your keyboard layout, which is English. So I'm going to hit enter. We need to provide a root password and confirm it. So let me give that. So it's not a secret with the password. The password is basically password, capital P, the @ symbol, 55W0RD. Again, this is testing. I'm just doing it live. I'm not putting this in production. Be a madman if you're using that type of password within production. I would go to your job and hit you for that. Never use that password. All right. So right now it wants us to hit enter to confirm because it's going to partition and do what it needs to do. It's not actually enter, it's F11. And it's going to start installing. Awesome sauce. Cool. All right. This is pretty exciting. All right. So I am going to disappear for a few. All right. You guys, it's like 3:43. So hopefully you guys already had lunch. If you did not have lunch, go grab something. I am going to mute myself, disappear for a bit. I'm gonna go inside the chat with you guys for a little bit. I'm gonna let this load up because this is like watching paint dry. So let me check you guys out, talk to you guys a little bit. Hello, guys. I just want to make sure that you guys know I haven't disappeared. It's just we're just watching paint dry right now. Is it's installing the operating system within the flash drive. So if you want to talk to me, I'm at the chat. I got a couple of guys chatting right away, talking about switches and all that stuff. If you want to reach me, I'm there. But once the installation is done, I'm gonna get back into the live stream. But we're it's still active, so don't go anywhere. If you are going somewhere, hopefully you guys come back or check out the live stream once it's fully uh, loaded into the channel. Okay. All right. So it looks like installation was completed. Awesome. Super excited. I was chatting with you guys on the chat. Again, thank you for so much for those individuals that are keeping the chat line. Big uh a big thumbs up and a big thank you and much love to Ben King. He is one of my best Discord friends, and he's always been there. I just want to give him some love because he's an awesome dude. So thank you so much, Ben Ken, for joining. I appreciate it. I just the support that you guys give me. I love it. So right now installation is done. It wants me to reboot the server to start using the ESXi stuff. So I'm gonna pick that option. I'm gonna hit enter to restart. Server will shut down and reboot. Process will take short time to complete. Robert, hey Bernardo, hey, what's up? Hey Robert, how you doing? All right, so it is starting up. I mean, restarting actually. Hopefully, it starts up. It's really nice that Lenovo hooked me up with a nice machine. Only problem is the specifications. I can't really do a lot. We have someone from India. Awesome, welcome. Is it morning time in India? Right now it's rebooting. Hopefully it boots into the flash drive. If it boots inside the flash drive, that means we are going, we're going to receive a IP address. We're going to take that IP address. We are going to go inside our favorite browser. Doesn't matter which browser. It could be Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, Firefox, whatever. Whatever's your poison. For me, I'm going to use Chrome. Jot down that IP address and then get into it. And then we're going to start doing the rest of the show. We definitely need to set up that second port. So I might do a little bit of network configuration on that part. Okay. Damn, at $400? That's a lot. Cisco switches are great. I think Cisco switches are amazing when whatchamacallit, if you know the commands, if you are a person that's hardcore and love to get inside the configuration terminal and you like to configure the switches that way, I could tell you guys right now, I'm super honest with you guys. I am complete garbage when it deals with networking. I know the basics. I know how to get myself up and running. I understand the knowledge. But if you're telling me, hey, Bernardo, configure a layer 3 switch, I can't do it. I have a layer 3 switch that I did an unboxing for you guys that I need to take time and configure it, and I haven't had the time to configure it because I'm having a lot of trouble. So if there's a network admin out there that knows their stuff, that would love to like have a sit down with me and let's just chat. Let's do a Skype call and let's just chat about setting up a layer 3 switch and help me out. That'd be great. I will even do a tutorial of what you taught me and give you all the credit. You know, I love to learn. I'm always willing to learn something new. Okay, so right now something's happening. I don't know what's happening right now. We have someone from Poland. Wow, cool. It found my SCCM, but I don't want it to boot to SCCM. Don't boot into the SCCM. Yeah, I have my SCCM talking to the network. So this is the reason why the machine is trying to boot into it. Yeah, so I'll show you guys real quick. So I have my SCCM right here and my SCCM right. Oh, cool. Got a couple people chatting away. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, so my SCCM right here, it's 110. So that's the reason why when it was, pixie booting or whatever you want to call it, it picked it up. But for some reason, I need it to pick up. I need it to pick up the flash drive. If not, I might have to go inside system and configure it that way. All right, no media present. No boot devices available in the system. Reboot in 2 seconds. All right, we're gonna let it reboot, and I might have to configure it to boot inside the flash drive. So, all right, so booting up. So let me take a closer look real quick. Gotta make sure I pay attention. So I could press system, I think F1. So I could get inside the menu and change the boot time. No, I am not the best. You guys are the best. You guys are the ones that make me who I am. So I appreciate the support and the love and just tuning in. All right, so I'm gonna press F11, F1 real quick. All right, cool. I'm going to go inside the system setup to configure it to boot inside the flash drive because that's what we want. Because right now the system is trying to boot inside my Pixie because my SCCM is kind of like advertising itself through the network, and we don't want that. If I can't get the F11, the system set up to go, I could probably do F12 again and do the one-time boot inside the flash drive, and that'd be easy peasy. Okay. Ben King. Yes, I installed my 1806 and two 1810. I have a video that I'm going to be pushing out to you guys, hopefully tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I have had no issues with it, but there's pardon my French, there's a shitload of things that you have to do to get it up and running. Your server, you have to like disable firewalls, you have to disable antivirus software, you have to make sure your maintenance plan, your site database scripts are not running during the upgrade. Because if you are, you're going to have a lot of problems. So for me, I was lucky enough that I did not get all those problems, but I go over all that stuff with you guys. All right. I give you all the documentations. I give you all the links that you need to get yourself up and running with 1810. Just got to give me some time for me to create that stuff for you. Okay. So right now we are loaded up, and I'm trying to look at what we need to do. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go over here. For some reason, the flash drive is not showing up, so I'm going to reboot, do an F12, and see if it will show up there, and I could do a one-time boot. But typically, you will go inside the system, go to Boot Manager, and then if it's there, you're able to change the order. But for some reason, it's not doing that. Yeah. All right, so we are going to give it some time. And I'm going to press F12 real quick. Okay, so we press F12. We're going to let it ride. And once it's there, we will change the boot order. Be right back, okay? All right, all right, all right. So we're up and running. I was able to do F12, the one-time boot menu, and pick the first option, which you guys probably saw, and it booted up. So the IP address that my DHCP got was 114, which is excellent. I want to make sure 114 does not cause any issues within my network, which is great. Awesome sauce. Now, what we are going to do, I'm going to switch over to my primary. We are going to do is a Apple T, Control T real quick. I'm going to switch over to the Canon real quick because I need to get something for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna switch to this. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to get something fixed real quick because it seems like you guys are chatting away, but the chatting is not showing up. So give me 1 second. One second. Oh, it was my phone that kind of bing, bing, bing. And do something real quick. I'm just doing something really quick. Dun, 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 dun. Whatever. All right, let's get into this. Stop playing around. I think it was 114. Yeah, 114. So let's do is a Control T, and we're gonna do a 192.168.111.14. I'm gonna hit Enter on it. Boom, you're gonna get this. Let's click on Advanced. Proceed to it. Beautiful, sexy. I'm gonna do is enter our password root. Awesome. If you want, you could join that, but I'm not going to join that. Boom, there it goes. I'm going to keep it as the eval mode because I have to send the server back anyway. But look at that. Look at the specifications on this thing. Woo, sexy sauce. I don't have a hard drive, which is okay. I have no storage. So what I have to do is, I believe, do a new data store. Let's create a new VMFS data store. And let's give it a name. It's VM data store. Can't spell. Awesome. And click next. Oh, no device. Wait a minute. Where's the device? Let's cancel that. There goes. That's the device right there. Oh, new data store. Sorry. VM data store. Next. Wait a minute. What's going on? This is my thing. This is why can't I not create a data store from this? Okay. Okay, weird. All right. So, okay, what I did was I went inside storage, right? Within storage, I went inside devices. I clicked on my solid state drive because, right, clicked on that. And within here, click on new data store. Let's give it a name. Just want to show you guys that, I want to go over the stuff because you're probably saying to yourself, what the F are you doing, Bernardo? You're going too fast. So I'll backtrack, telling you guys step by step what I'm doing. Clicked on next. Then I'm able to configure the partition. I'm going to leave it as the default, which is great. Click on next on that. Oh, wait. No partition has been selected. What do you mean? Select how you would like to partition. Use the full disk. Use that. Click on next. Thank you. Finish. Wipe it clean. Erase from memory. And then, guys, take a closer look on the bottom. It's running. It's doing its thing. It's creating our VMware file system data store. I don't know how long that's going to take. It shouldn't be that long. It's a solid state drive and there's nothing in it, but it still needs to wipe it clean. Cool. And it's done. Dunsies. Yeah. Now I am able to go into storage, go to the data store, and there goes our solid state drive. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let's stop playing around. We need to take this OVA. Again, what we did at the very beginning was I already pre-downloaded this within my VMware account. What you want to do is, depending what you have, I have 7-zip. I extracted the files, created this folder, and inside here, this folder right here is we need to import this OVA inside our ESXi or vSphere, whatever. So hopefully that works. Let's see what we can do here. And yes, I am a huge League of Legends fan. This is one of my main characters. I play support. Let's go to virtual machines. Within virtual machines, let's create or register a virtual machine. I think this is the way you do it. And then you have deploy a virtual machine from an OVF or a OVA file. That's what we want. We have the OVA file. Click next. Enter a name for the virtual machine. You know what? We're going to keep it short and simple. VCSA. I'm looking over here because I have a sticky note of what IP address I want to give it and also the name. That's what IT do. Well, that's what I do. I like to write stuff down. Do into the name. Click next. Oh, yeah. I need to find the OVA file. Duh. Let's go inside our folder. ISO. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Excellent. Click next. Definitely, this is the data store that we want. Read this if you want. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of us won't read this, but we agree. And then we click on next. You must agree. Oh, got to agree to this. And you have to agree to this. 2 things you have to agree. Click on next. Ooh, crap. You know what I forgot? Cancel that. Networking. I forgot to create our network. So this vSwitch 0 is technically our management port. We need to enable this guy right here, this link down. This is the one that we need to create. So I'm going to plug that green cord real quick, right? All right, so green port is plugged in. If I'm correct, I think VMNIC1, which is linked down, if I do a refresh, now it's back up. Now that one, I need to create a virtual switch. So let's do is go inside virtual switch, add standard virtual switch. We're going to give this guy vSwitch 1, and it is the VNIC1. That's the one that we just booted up, right? Let's confirm that. Physical NIC. This is the one that we just inserted that green cable. And this is the name that we're going to give it. Great. Add. Done. Cool. So this is the switch that we are going to insert our virtual machines into. Okay. Awesome. I wonder, I don't need to add any port groups to this. Nah, I don't think I need to. Do I need to add? No. All right, so let's go to virtual machine, create a virtual machine, deploy an OVA. Let's give it a name. We're going to give it VCSA, which is vCenter Server Appliance. Let's click on that. This is our file. Click next. Definitely here. That's the only data store that we have. Accept the license here. Accept the license here. Click on next. Ah, crap. Should have done that. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's create a group. vSwitch. And let's call this LAN. Add. Now we're able to do it. Ay, ay, ay. Let's do that again. Look, man, I'm getting old. I forget a lot of things. Okay? It's not like I do this every single time, you know. How often do you create vSphere servers? Right? Once you create it, you're done with it. You forget half of the time. I think the last time I created a V server was about 2 months ago, and that was for my 9-to-5 job. Click on next on that. Again, standard, blah, accept, next. Then, come on. What the flubbers? Why is this sticking on VM network? I think I'm doing something wrong. What's going on, Bernardo? What's going on, baby? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. LAN, blah, blah, blah. I know I'm doing something wrong. It's one of those things, like, I don't do all the time. I don't do this all the time. I probably just create it on the VM network and then switch it over real quick. But for some reason, like, look, you guys have to understand, I'm used to using this. This is what I'm accustomed to using. I like using this interface. This is what I like using. I'm not a web-based person. I don't like the web-based. I don't like when VMware took this away from us. I don't. But, you know, whatever. I'm trying to understand. So I don't need to add that. That I know. These are the physical NICs. This is the virtual switch. Got it. Port group. Got it. For some reason, at the ports VLAN standard group. All right, so I'm just gonna continue because I know my brain's gonna kick in. It's still early for me. I'm starving. I did not have any lunch. Boom, boom. Accept, next. Now it shows up. Thank you. Why the hell didn't I? It's just one of those things. I'm not patient. All right, so you have a lot of options to deploy. This thing is a beast. And I am going to do the simplest one, and it's going to be the tiny vCenter server with the embedded PSC. Best practice is not to have it embedded. You would like to have 2 virtual machines, one for your your vCenter server appliance, and the other one is for your PSC. I forgot what PSC stands for. For those individuals that have the chat, please find out what PSC stands for VMware. Like right now, I'm not really functioning. My stomach is hurting. I'm starving like Marvin. But for the tiny it consists of 2 virtual CPUs, 10 gigs of memory, which I got 64, which is okay. Requires 300 gigabytes of disk space. Sugar. Okay. Wow. This option contains blah blah blah. It's okay. It's because I have this right here, and I could attach that to the vCenter. So cool. The SR570 will be a pure vCenter service appliance server. That's all we're going to be using it because I don't have a lot of space. So we're going to click on next on that, and then we need to do configuration stuff. So host IP address family, host network mode, IP address. There's other stuff. So this is going to be an IPv4. IPv4. For your network mode, it is going to be like, if you don't know half of this stuff means, boom, just highlight the damn little I and it will give you a breakdown. We are going to do a static. And only provide if it's on static, and the IP address is 192.168.1.120. And network prefix length only provide when the mode is static. So it's 032 for IPv4 or 0128 for IPv6. So I think this is 24. Default gateway for this would be 192.168.1.1. My DNS would be boop boop boop. Right, and the host network identifier, which is a fully qualified domain. So this services should be when advertising themselves. Oh, okay. So this would be vca.btnhd.u. So this is where that DNS that we created, that's where this comes into play. And then for the SSO configuration, it's provided a directory password. Awesome. And system configuration, let's give it a root password as well. Upgrade configuration, vCenter, no. Port, username for vCenter server managing target, password for the vCenter, management target appliance, confirm. This is way different. This is my first time implementing vCenter service appliance 6.7 with you guys. At least 6.7. I don't notice. I never remember this before. I'm trying to remember the vCenter server managing target appliance. IP address of the vCenter server managing that target appliance. Used when upgrading a source appliance. Yeah, so I don't need to do that. Miscellaneous. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. And for network would be, what's this? The domain name of the VM. Leave it blank if the DSP. So the domain name, I think the domain name is btnhd.edu. And the domain search path, what's this? Domain search by comma space separate blank if DSP is desired. The domain search path, I don't know what that is. It's okay. I don't know everything. I'm not smart. Click next. At least one extra disk image was provided that would be ignored. So I got a nice little warning. Do not refresh your browser while the VM is being deployed. So let's click here, properties. Let's see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm hoping everything works. We see. We will see. Click finish. And I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So here are the two tasks. We got two of them running. It's pretty quick. Should be really quick because it is a solid state drive. So that read and write speed should be like that. And it's a tiny one. It's a tiny configuration. All right, cool. So I'm gonna disappear for a bit, and then I'm gonna chat with you guys. All right, all right, all right. Looks like it's completed. Before we continue, because if I zoom in, it looks like it's doing something. It's booting up. But I want to give out a quick shout out to two awesome people. Hopefully, I'm saying their names correctly. We got X Spiral Out X, and then Ben King. Two awesome chatters in the chat room. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You are rock stars to me. It's all about us getting together and just learning from each other, you know? Not everyone is perfect. And I had these two guys help me out. You know, it's kind of sad that I couldn't see the chat stuff and kind of feed from you guys. But uh the time that I was out, I did look at the chat stuff, and I just want to give you guys a huge big thank you for the support and just helping me out, you know, answering my questions on the spot rather than yelling at me that I'm stupid or you're doing it wrong or whatever. You know, you guys got to understand the whole point of the YouTube channel is we all are here to learn from each other. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. Whatever I learn, I try to push it out to you guys. And if I'm doing something wrong or doing it the long way and you guys are saying, oh, why are you doing it this way? The short way would be this way. I'm here to learn from you guys, and hopefully you guys are here to learn from me, right? We are a huge, big family. That's what this channel is all about, family and learning from each other, okay? So It looks like it's booting up. We are going to give it some time until it boots up, and see what happens. We're gonna click on it. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna open up the console. Let's open up the browser console. All right, so it looks like it's already up and running. Holy moly, that was fast. All right, so I'm gonna open up a new tab. 192.168.120 is the IP address that we gave it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, people. Is it gonna contact? See my unified. Well, my unified did pick it up. Right here. That's it right there. For some reason it's not doing it. What's going on? Download the support bundle from blah. I wonder. Interesting. Interesting. $54.80. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see. $54.80. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Got it. At 192. Let's see. It's pingable. Okay. I'm able to ping it. I'm able to ping it. I wonder. HTTPS, BC, SA, BT, NHD doc, edu, 5480. No, what's going on? All right, let me see something real quick. Let's go here. Let's open you up. There we go. Let me log in. Awesome. Oh man, what's going on? Can't access it. That's weird. I'm able to ping it too. What's going on? Why can I not access it? Oh well. Yeah, that's really weird. I'm able to ping it, but I'm not able to get into it. Interesting. Interesting. F12, F2. let's see what we get in here. Configure management port. DNS host. Custom DNS suffix. Don't need that. DNS 888. Yeah. Nope. 192, 168.11. Huh. This is really strange. Everything is configured, right? It's ping bvca.btu. Oh, I can't even ping that. Let me see something. There we go. Bing. Ping bvca. Okay, so oh, that's weird. All right, I'm able to ping it. I'm able to also ping the fully qualified domain, but for some reason, I'm not able to get into the site. This is a strange one. All right, here we go. Bam. Biddy bam bam. Just takes time. Boom. Well, I was trying to access it here, my host machine. But my host machine, was it 120? My host machine is not, I don't know, whatever. Well, I kind of understand because my DNS server is housed within this environment. The host machine that I'm using right now, that I'm displaying everything, is not within that environment. It's within my my unified network. I'm telling you, I'm starving right now, so my brain is like working like half speed. So I do apologize for the slowness. But we get in there. We got it. We got there. Had to use my Windows Preview virtual machine. And let's launch that up. So we are using the fully qualified domain. For this to work correctly, you got to make sure you got that DNS record and also your reverse working. So when you launch it, this is what you get. Now, this is all new to me. So this is the first time me installing vCenter Service Appliance. And I'm doing it live. I would typically do this on a guide, a step-by-step guide, but I'm going to write that down to do a guide. So let me write that down. Yeah, so I just wrote it down. See? I wrote down right there, VCSA 6.7 guide, and I wrote down the two people that I wanted to give a shout out to. So that's going to be a future video. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. See, automatically getting stuff. So it says, okay, vCenter server 6.7 has successfully installed. However, additional steps must be completed before it is available for use. Click on one of the links below to continue setup. All right, so definitely let's click on the first one. And first one is this. Let's give it a pass. We got to enter the password to get into it. Awesome. And we are going to, we did step one, which was deploy a new vCenter service appliance. Next one is to set up the vCenter service appliance. Oh, that's awesome. And crap, I should change the name on the live stream. Cool. We assign an IP address. We have the system name. We have the IP address. We have the subnet mask, default gateway. I could add it another one if I want. Synchronize the time. You could change that if you want. I'm gonna go to next on that. Configuring. Just go in circles. And then the more I do this, I'm getting very hungry right now. Yeah, I'm doing the single sign on. Awesome. And if you want, you could join an existing SSO, single sign-on domain, but for now I'm gonna leave it as is. Oh, we are doing vSpare. We're gonna keep it old school vSpare. Boom. Don't like to join that, so let's click next on that information and click finish. You will not be able to pause or stop the install from completing once it's started. Click OK or cancel to stop the installation. Click OK. Configuration is about to start. So we're going to let that happen. I'm going to disappear, go back inside the chat, and chat with you guys, okay? All right, so as soon as I'm going to leave, this happens. The supplied system name VCSA BTNHD is not valid. What do you mean? Serious? It is valid. It is valid. What are you talking about? It is a valid IP address. There it goes. CV VCSA dot BTNHD dot. Yep. That's the reverse. And then we have, and there it goes. What the hell's going on? Huh. What is going on? Ever. What are you doing? Look, I know that is appliance cannot use or repair. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh sugar. Damn it. I know what happened. I am really hungry. We're actually doing the platform server configuration. I'm starving. I'm so sorry, guys. I am truly, truly sorry. All right, let's do that again. I'm so sorry. Disaster. All right. Now I'm having problems. The appliance cannot be used or repaired because of a failure was encountered. You need to deploy. I need to deploy a new appliance? Are you serious? No. Jesus. Oh, you seriously. All right, we're going to try a couple of things. Oh my gosh. All right. So it looks like it got corrupt because I wasn't paying attention. Damn it. All right, so let me see. Let's go inside here, F12. Let's see if a reboot would fix the problem. You think a reboot would fix the problem? Let's see. All right, let's restart it. I was not paying attention. I was Jesus. I wasn't paying attention. Jeez. I'm hoping the restart fixes the problem for me. And then I'm able to get back into that interface. I'm able to get back into that interface. That's awesome. Please let me get back into that interface. Pretty please. Cherry on top. Okay. Let's see. I feel like it's going to say, nope. I guarantee you it's going to happen to me, and I might have to do this all over again. Watch. Watch. And epic failure right here. Jesus. Are you serious? All right, whatever. Whatever. This is what we're going to do. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to get in here. F12. F12. We're going to log in. We are going to do F2. We're going to shut down this dude. Get away from me. Shut it down. Great. Shut it down. We are going to go action, delete, delete. Get it out of here. Refresh. Awesome. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. I'm gonna go top speed right now. Because it's boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, accept license. We're gonna go top speed right now. LAN, tiny is what I want. The network, again, the network is going to be an IPv4. Network is going to be a static. We need to give it an IP address. This IP address is here. I'm doing all this again because epic failure. I messed up really bad. This is a 24. My gateway, because I did not read, I messed up. And network identifier, which would be the fully qualified domain, right? It's bsa btnhd.edu. And let's give this password. Awesome. Double check system configuration. So what happens when you read? I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Network properties, domain name. Yeah, I'm like going real fast because I didn't read. Reading is fundamental, but when you're hungry, problems happen. All right, at least one extra. Okay. Boom. So now it's going to start recreating again. Hopefully it's a little faster. It's going pretty fast. It's running. Looks like the server is warmed up already because it's flying right now. It is flying. Look at that. It is just going. It's warmed up. It's working. It's doing its magic. I'm pretty excited. Oh, man. Always happens. But it is super exciting to actually troubleshoot on, live with you guys and like freak out. All right, it is done. It is booting up. Once it boots up, let me go to console, launch it, so we can take a look at it. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna grab some water. I'm gonna disappear for a bit, and I'll be back. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Yay. This takes some time for it to load up, so I'm gonna give it some time to actually go in there and start configuring. I wonder if I open up the browser, would I be able to get into it right away? All right, let's see what happens. Okay, it looks like it's finishing up. I made a mistake and I didn't read this because it needs to configure the platform services controller. Now within my DNS, I did create a VPSC, and I had to give it that IP address. And then I think I also created a reverse lookup as well right here. Okay. Again, I apologize. I messed up. And I'm hungry. It's 4:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those individuals that are checking me out, making me, like seeing me sweat, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I think we're almost done. We're almost completed. We just need to get this thing up and running. I think the last bit was this part, but I messed up. Horrible. I had to redo everything again because we're configuring this. This is what we're configuring. So let's click on setup. Again, we already configured this. I'm gonna expand this a little bit for you guys. There we go. Got it. Then we are going to click on this. Click on next. All right. Let's give it the password. Awesome. Failed to retrieve the information. which is a little weird. Okay, so let's take our time and see what's going on here. All right. Stage 2, set up vCenter server's appliance with an embedded PSC. So this is the appliance. So I'm assuming, right, if I do, what is it, PSC, and we get 121. Okay, we click next. You're about to modify the IP address for this appliance. You might lose. Oh, cancel. Get out of here with that. All right, so what the hell is going on? I'm so confused right now. This step has been completed. Click the first. Okay. And I know. Right, 120. Okay. All right. Next. Yeah, I don't. I know I have everything right. I'm able to do an NS lookup on the IP address. It does pop up with the fully qualified domain. So I don't have the slightest clue what's going on right now. That's bothering me. Not gonna join. Dude, this is mind blowing. I don't know what's going on because deep down I feel like if I hit finish, it's not going to finish the configuration. You will not be able to pause or stop the install from completing once it's started. I feel like if I click OK, it's gonna do the same thing. I'm able to ping 192.168. I went inside my 168.1.120. I feel like I didn't really need this because this is typically for if you have two virtual machines, if you have the platform and the service appliance separate, but I don't. It's being embedded, so I don't need that. And I have the record here. I'm able to ping it. So what the hell? I got the reverse. Everything is being pointed correctly. It's driving me nuts right now. The fear of clicking this and it's failing. Ah, crap. And it's already almost 2 hours. 2 hour stream. I was trying to do a 1 hour stream with you guys, and this is what happens. All right, configuration is about to start. it's gonna fail. I know it's going to fail. I know it's gonna happen. Damn. Yup. There it goes. The supply system name vCSA.btnhd. is not valid. If the supplied system name is a fully qualified domain, they make sure the DNS forward lookup results is at least one valid IP address in the system. If the supply system name is an IP address, then it would be one of the valid IP addresses in the system. What? I understand it. I understand this, but I have the records here created, but for some reason it's not kicking in. So I need to look into this to see what the hell is going on. That's bothering me. And I'm going to constantly get that that error. Wow. That's a pain. That's strange because I have the DNS record. It's already created. I'm able to ping it. I'm able to do a NS lookup, and it's pointing to what it's supposed to point, but for some reason it's not working out for me. So there's a good chance that you guys are going to see this guide pretty soon because it's gonna bother me, and it's already 2 hours in. I don't want to waste any more time on this, but I mean the whole live stream was all about the SR570. It's gonna have this problem again. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna kill the stream with you guys, and I'm actually gonna do the guide, which I got note right here. I'm gonna create the guide. I'm definitely gonna create the guide, and I'm gonna push it out with all the step-by-step, and because it's gonna bother me. It kind of sucks that I couldn't get it up and running during the live stream, but hey, no one's perfect. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review on the Lenovo ThinkSystem SR570. It's a great 1U 2-socket machine. The retail starting price for it is not that bad. It's I love the machine so far. I would definitely purchase it for myself, but with the basic specifications, kind of sucks. The bronze Intel Xeon processor with, I believe, what is it, 1 point something, 1.2 gigahertz or 1.6, I don't remember. But that's it, guys. I'm gonna end it here. This is gonna drive me nuts. I need to grab some food. I need to put some energy in my stomachs to feed my brain, because right now I'm not thinking straight. I don't know what's going on. I know automatically that my DNS has the correct record, and I have the reverse. I'm able to ping it. I'm able to NS lookup, and everything is going the way it's supposed to. But for some reason, the damn thing is not working. So I'm gonna go back in the lab, test this stuff out, do what I need to do, push out a video for you guys, hopefully tonight, and hopefully you guys check that video. And thank you so much for joining, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. So how do I end this? Because I always forget how to end it. I think if I press this button. No. All right, I'm out of here, guys.